Hello, everyone. My name is Matt. I'm the founder and CEO of Autogrow.co, joined by our amazing team, part of our amazing team, Alex, our copywriter, Mariana, our quality assurance specialist, and Pablo, our ads manager. Welcome, guys. What questions do you have for me? Oh, and by the way, we're doing this in increments now, our growth report. Okay, so we're going to be hitting record from now on once every week, to give everyone kind of a more interesting week by week snapshot of where we're at, what we're thinking, and what's going on with the business. So,
Can you tell us how the hiring process has been in these first days of the month, and if the coronavirus has had an impact on the hiring process at all?
yeah, sure. So it's crazy because it seems like I'm here in New York, and New York is just pretty much going into lockdown at this point. It has about a quarter of all the cases in the U.S. It's like the second hardest hit state by in terms of like number of cases outside of California. And a lot of people are worried. But just to back up, about 10 days ago, no one was even talking about this so much, and life was normal. It's like dystopian future. um, but anyway, um, we did hire. We hired someone earlier this month for content writing, and we thought that expectations were really clear. And actually, it didn't work out. So we actually, we practice what we preach: hire slow, fire fast. And this time we've just gotten better, just like the other times, and just kind of severed ties really quickly, and wished the person well, just because we weren't on the same page in terms of expectations. And it was, it was a little bit of a tough decision because the person on paper looked really, really good, but ultimately, I think it was the right call, and it would have been a bit complicated because we wanted someone who could be a member of the team. Now, and especially too in terms of coronavirus. I think I speak for a lot of people who are probably watching this, who are business owners, who are consultants, whatever it is they're doing, who are employees, and everyone is thinking about coronavirus. It affects the psychology, but I like to think of the line from the most famous science fiction book of all time, Dune, where the main character says, "Fear is the mind killer." So I think it's important to take precaution, wash your hands, and all that stuff. We just recorded before this a coronavirus funnel, kind of breaking down the international strategy to fight this thing, and for all of us to come out and for the economy to be okay as well. And I do send my best wishes to everyone watching this. I hope that everyone in your family and you are doing well and stay healthy. So yeah, it's definitely affecting things. We are hearing our clients talk about it, and we're looking at it as an opportunity in terms of the company. Some of our clients are a little fearful; they want to pause their ads, for example. With Autogrow, though, we have been profitable very consistently since we relaunched Autogrow as it is today, with the all-in-one, digital marketing team, since we relaunched it like 9 months ago at this point. And, that decision, because it was a decision to kind of plan it out and to kind of engineer to make sure that, okay, the numbers are always going to be working for us so that, because things are unexpected. And, a lot of companies, they say, oh, we'll just keep reinvesting. And I mean, money is one of my first mentors in business taught me in college. She drilled it into me, talked about it all the time. And I thought it was kind of like, MBA speak when I first heard it, because, he was MBA and whatever. But, it turned out to be very true. He said that cash is like oxygen for a business. And if you run out of cash, you run out of oxygen. So, and the companies that I've read about that I admire, all these different books, it's so important to be profitable because, I mean, look at Warren Buffett, for example, just pattern after pattern, time after time. 2008 financial crisis comes, Berkshire Hathaway has a big cash pile, and they make all these investments in part because they decided to be profitable consistently, and then they decided to pull out of the market when everyone else was greedy. Kind of the expression, be greedy whenever everyone else is fearful. And anyway, even just like 5-6 months ago, I remember reading again about Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company. Same thing. They were sitting on this like huge cash pile doing nothing. They just kind of pulled it, or maybe not pulled it out of the market, but decided just to hold on to it. Because things happen. There are market corrections, there are recessions, there is the coronavirus. Things are just unexpected that happen. It just moves in cycles like that in life and in business. So I think for us, I am just figuring out what is the best way to evolve the business, through this situation, because we have clients that are coming to us, and I think there's a change in terms of, which niches are doing well. Like, for example, cleaning services. I think we were kind of noticing a pattern where some of our clients are cleaning services and coming to us because that industry seems to be doing pretty well right now. And looking for other industries like that we can work with and that would get a lot of value from working with AutoGrow. So hope that answers both your questions.
Okay. Thanks. I think we should wrap up.
Yeah, because we want to keep these to about 5 minutes. One more quick question.
Other good things that happened recently?
Good things that happened. We hired a new developer to the team, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm. I really like hiring people who are enthusiastic, and I think that what Walt Disney said was right, that he used to hire people based on enthusiasm. I think it's right, because I think that it's really nice and refreshing to work with people who are just like motivated to learn, to want to do better. So that's positive, and he's helping us to plan out our live chat feature. Oh, and we also launched this month the new user interface design, which is looking awesome for the AutoGrow app, tightening up our own sales funnel too. So those are two really big things that are very positive, or three. All right, so we'll stop it there. We'll check in again next week. How are we doing? Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Matt Ackerson here, founder and CEO of AutoGrow.co, joined by Pablo, who is our ads manager, Mariana, who is our editor and quality assurance specialist, and Alex, who is our amazing copywriter. All right, so good God, it's been a week. In coronavirus time, that's like a year, as we were just saying. So what has happened in this last week? I'm not even sure where to start. It's all kind of a blur.
What has happened? Like, how has the coronavirus, impacted the business and the client accounts?
Yeah, so I think officially we're at the 1/3 line in terms of the coronavirus has taken a bite of a third of our business, just poof, out. Just pretty most of that in the last 2-3 weeks. But it continues to just be a big concern of clients because it's a time of uncertainty, but not for all clients, because not all clients' businesses are affected. In fact, some are growing. We have 2 clients, for example, who are cleaning companies. And you can kind of imagine that in this time of, everyone's washing their hands and sanitizing and everything, cleaning companies are one of the growing market segments. So we're adapting, but I think that we're going to start growing again soon, because a lot of the client accounts that have signed up with us that have canceled or paused their accounts are legacy. We call them internally legacy accounts, because they are clients that signed up when we were advertising AutoGrow as just a done for you funnel service. When now, once again, AutoGrow, for those who've been following along, it's an all-in-one instant, your all-in-one instant digital marketing team. And we have software that is part of the experience. So you can literally see and watch as your digital marketing tasks and projects get done. So we're adapting in the sense that, there's really not much you can do other than we're just tightening up our sales funnel. So for example, we're like identifying gaps, like for the longest time. And so I kind of feel like it's a good thing, because who knows when we would have actually done this. But our email funnel has been so misaligned with our, people who are opting in. It was like giving content, but then selling our products, which is not what we want to be focused on selling right now. We want to be focused on selling AutoGrow, the, instant marketing team. So we do that, redoing our lead magnet, coming up with, better and better design for all of our key landing pages too. Yesterday we started working on, and I think the big change for me that's been positive is like I started using more like daily our own software, our own products. And after kind of going through a demo with another client who paused his account and then came back to us, in part because I showed him a demo of the AutoGrow app, it's just such a cool product. Like from the perspective of the client, it's so valuable, because, and I believe so much in what we are doing, like now more than ever, despite the, economic thing that's going on. I think that we're doing awesome, and the numbers don't yet reflect it in terms of sales growth at this moment, but yeah, that's kind of a long answer to your question. Oh, and we started sending cold emails, I would say too. That was one other thing. We started sending some cold emails just as a experiment.
You said that we are kind of adapting. So did the overall plans or your vision change in this like whole situation that occurs?
No, but there are like brief moments of doubt where you're like shit, like should we go back to done for you sales funnel service? Should we, because like that was selling like hotcakes, but now where are our sales? But we're making sales. And we have our whole funnel kind of like plotted out. You guys see Belle every day posts it in the team chat, each level. So we know what our numbers are. We started and our process just gets better and better. Like we started A/B testing on our pricing page, A/B testing on our homepage. So we've got a real growth engine that's coming up. I think we just have to, prior to this call, we talked about, I think of the quote from Mark Cuban. I was watching Shark Tank one day, like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer. And Mark said like some sort of truism about startups and business. He said, sales cure all. Sales cure all. And it's so true. It's so true, because money for any business is like oxygen. And we're actually in a really good position where we have, we've been profitable every single month. We have money in the bank. So if we wanted to take any calculated risks, we could. And I think we probably will, in terms of hiring some additional people to the team, like a content writer. But there are moments of doubt where you're like, oh man, like, should we backtrack and like go back to done for you funnel? But no, I don't think so. I think we're just going to keep moving ahead. And yeah, but I think in terms of adapting, how we get there now, it kind of sharpens the focus on like, okay, like I can code with our developer, and that's important to like get some key features in place. But like I'm going to be involved now with the content process, because we want to ramp up content in terms of quality and quantity somehow, in order to ramp up our traffic, because our traffic is taking a hit too. I think we're down about like 10% or something like this. Right, Pavlo? It's like down like 10% or so. I mean, who would have guessed? The world is getting attacked by a pandemic, but people don't want to search for sales funnels. I couldn't, or marketing, digital marketing, or lead magnets. I guess whatever. makes sense.
So not a lot of great stuff has been going on, but what are some good things with AutoGrow?
Well, I'm really optimistic, and I think that actually, despite the sales, the monthly recurring revenue dropping, um, like I said, I feel really, really good about where the business is going, um, and I think that sales are going to pick up again soon. I think some of the really good things are that the app is becoming, like, the experience for clients has become much smoother. So, for example, we kind of had it limited a little bit before, where clients would come in and they wouldn't really know what to do. So now we're making that more and more clear to them, like how do you submit tasks and projects to us to work on. So before, they could come in and they had to like select just from templates, but now they can come in and they can create like a custom, request and give us instructions, record a video, and then they click the button and the magic moment starts to happen, where just by typing and clicking, work gets done. And that's the magic moment that we are just going to keep, optimizing for. Because I think once clients see that, it's just, I think it's almost addictive, because it's so cool. It's like, oh my God, I'm saving this time, and the quality of the work is great, and the communication is really solid, as all of our testimonials on the website show. So we just need to keep, like, I don't know, like a carpenter building like a chair, we just need to like keep smoothing the edges, keep optimizing. And yeah, platform mindset, I think, is something we'll talk more about in the coming days and weeks too.
Okay, that's
All right.
interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll wait for next week to
Yeah.
keep talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see where we are a week from now. And I think that the economy is going to get turned back on soon. I'm hopeful that the drugs that they're working on and testing, like, for those of you following the news, hydroxychloroquine is going to be good. But and the economy will get opened in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But let's see where we are a week from now. All right. Thank you all. See you soon. Hey everyone, my name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the CEO of autogrow.co. And this is our summary growth report. So we've been doing multiple videos throughout the month of March. Instead of doing like one kind of complete recap video, we're putting on a kind of a reality show for you guys, giving you like in the trenches, week by week, play by play action here. And wow, hell of a month to start doing it. I think where we left off with the last video segment was like, let's see what's going to happen. And yeah, so I watch the news way too much. And in my head, the world's kind of going to hell right now. And we are just like figuring out, okay, how do we fit into this new reality, which it seems might, or at least I think if we're being smart, we need to assume is going to last longer than, who knows? What if it's always like this for like a year or more? How are we going to adapt to that? So that's exactly what we were talking about on the team call a few minutes ago. And I think that's as good a place as any to start. And I'll also just kind of start with, the honest stats, with everything that's going on with the coronavirus. We are actually really a lot luckier than other companies that, I read that Cheesecake Factory, which is a publicly traded company, a restaurant in the US, they're just not paying rent this month because, everything is shut down. So they might go out of business. They might take a loan. Who knows? Other companies are out of business, going out of business right now. But we've been smart. We've been profitable. We've been saving our pennies. And so I think that we're good, but we still have to adapt because our sales have slowed down like a lot. Sales have dropped. I don't have the exact figure on this. But sales have dropped according to our Profit Well analytics, which is not always the most accurate, but it's pretty close. I think about 45% is how much sales have dropped in the last month of March. So that's a lot. But we're just gonna figure it out and adapt to it. And again, I think that we're lucky compared to a lot of companies. A lot of companies are just kind of holding in place, staying in place. But we're gonna keep all of our good people, and it's stressful though, not gonna lie. All right, what else should we talk about, guys? What questions do you think people have?
Maybe like, what are we doing to remain flexible right now?
Yeah, so in this kind of like slowed down period, I just kind of like been getting frustrated in a good way, where I'm like, I just want to get our sales momentum back. So how do we do that? So I think that, we've had some clients request, for example, hey, could I just order, one project or a bunch of tasks, from you guys instead of, signing up for a subscription. And it makes sense. I think from a business model standpoint, it's not what I would like to do, because I think a subscription, it's wonderful. It gets predictable revenue. We can actually charge less. So it actually does save clients money. But I think that as far as the psychology of a subscription right now, I think some people are just they're worried about subscriptions. Now, I think a lot of people are still going to sign up. But I think our strategy is we're going to roll out some sort of a marketplace and giving people the ability to select individual kind of templated projects. Oh, I want you to create a landing page for me, and it's going to cost this much. And, we're going to charge more for it than if they were on a subscription. But that's also going to be kind of the upsell strategy, is where, okay, we're being flexible. It's a one-time payment, and we're going to do it for you. And it comes with a satisfaction guarantee, all that good stuff. But you check out, and oh, by the way, would you actually like to get this basically for free? We could do this, and then we can do anything else if you upgrade to a subscription. So that's one of the kind of adapting strategies that we're going to use. Another one is, I think, we're going to roll out a small monthly package to give access to all of AutoGrow's tools, templates, and trainings. We're thinking, 30-day trial and then $79 per month, which is, again, very, very affordable. Up until now, our most affordable monthly package has been $5.99 per month, which, gives you tools, templates, and trainings, plus the AutoGrow all-in-one team. So we're also coming at it from that standpoint too.
And what has happened with the hiring funnel? Because we were looking for certain positions, and now, with obviously, revenue going down and everything, what's the new strategy for the hiring funnel? Which positions are you still interested in filling out?
So I think that the most important positions and like kind of the biggest bottlenecks are, typically copywriting and design. And I think, especially with this, with this shift in strategy, I think that we need to figure out, like, I think we have to scale kind of a different way, because I think, yeah, we kind of need to hire on demand, like even more so than we did before. And I think that we need the software to handle all of it for us. Because we have a pretty good process for finding good people, but I think it could be 10 times faster. And I think it could be, completely on demand in terms of, oh, hey, Alex, for example, is occupied. He's got 3 copywriting tasks on his plate. So let's bring in, I don't know if you remember the other person's name that we're looking at, Alex, but John, John is, he's been pre-qualified. He did a skill test for us. So we're going to bring him in, and the software is just going to handle all of that for us. And our product is looking really awesome. So that's kind of the funny thing about the situation, is like, when our product gets really, really good, where to me, using it kind of like a client, I'm just like, I'm amazed at how far it's come already in such a short amount of time. You know, just literally like, it's like, oh my God, like I type in, you know, what the idea is, I type in some notes and I click to submit it to make it real. It moves into the made tab. You see a progress bar going from 0 to 100, and it's literally like magic. So that's also, I think, part of our strategy too is, and I think other startups talk about this, you know, startup theory, whatever. You want to optimize your product and your business around those magic moments for clients, because that's, I think, a big part of what creates a halo effect around your brand, around your product. If you know, you create that magic moment engineer that magic moment for clients where they get it. They're like, oh man, I can push buttons and work gets done for my business, and I didn't have to do it. Saves me time. Oh, and it's marketing stuff, so this is stuff that's going to help me grow my business. Like, what? Like, this is awesome. So. You're so serious, Mariana. Your question was very serious too. I put a positive spin on it. But yeah, short answer is we really kind of, we're hiring. Like, my perspective is very much in, like, everyone on the team and everyone new that we hire. It's an investment even to a greater degree than I viewed it before. But that's what's great about the situation too, is that it really just sharpens, I think, the judgment in that way, because that's how it should be. You know, everyone is a team member, and we're all contributors towards the mission, you know, towards the organization and the health of the company. And, you know, each person's contribution needs to be solid, because the company is investing in each person.
And what other new things are coming for the next month? I know that we have discussed some things for content, but is there something else coming for the next month?
Yeah, so like our strategy for growing during this time, I was kind of half joking in the team chat yesterday or 2 days ago. And I said to the team, I said, oh, I did some research and planning over the weekend. This is our strategy. Step one is to roll out continuous improvements, you know, to our products, the AutoGrow app, and the, you know, sales presentation, i.e. our sales funnel. Step two is grow traffic with content. Step three is go back and repeat from step one. And that's pretty much what it is. And so part of, you know, step two with the content is, you know, I'm getting more personally involved, you know, collaborating with you guys, who are, you know, you're both doing just, and all of us are just doing an awesome job here, I think, in terms of, you know, the research preparation for, you know, keywords, and then actually, you know, researching the content and helping, you know, the topics that we set to get into fully fleshed out articles. So that's kind of exciting. And my daily schedule, I want to optimize towards, I call it Coco. It's Coco. So that just coding and content. That's all I want to be doing every day. And it's a little difficult getting there right now, because like there's some fires that pop up during the day or the morning, like this morning. But Coco. Do cocoa while not drinking hot cocoa, because it's spring. It's not time for cocoa.
So I think we covered pretty much everything for this last month, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, except to say that it's pretty stressful. Like, I'm pretty stressed out, not going to lie about it. I think a lot of that is just the news. I need to like stop watching the news. But I'm also just kind of worried about, you know, the team. I had a team member tell me that something about morale he felt was kind of low or whatever. And I think he was just being honest, and he was trying to say it, I think, in the best way possible. So I just want to be, I really am optimistic, but, you know, and I've always been a contrarian. So I don't know. If I could somehow take that away people's worries, I want to, and I'm trying to. because I think it is really an opportunity in the long term. And I think we have to keep in mind too that this is kind of a synthetically outside imposed problem. Synthetic in the sense that the governments and local governments are basically shutting down, the economy or international economy, national economy, whatever you want to say about it. And also then that's on, the bigger problem, the reason why they're doing it is, the situation with the virus and all that. But yeah, so I guess that'd be kind of my final note. Yeah, guys, how do we improve our morale?
I know one thing that's helped for me in particular is last week it was the first like major impact of like stuff shutting down.
Mm.
So it was kind of like a hit. And then I just stopped exercising. I was just kind of like sitting around and I was reading the news all the time. And like that just like makes things worse.
Yeah.
And it can just snowball from there. So like, I don't know, just trying to get back to normal as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes something very obsessive, and I think, it's healthy to be informed, especially nowadays with, something global happening, but I think there has to be a point where you stop, because otherwise you get dragged by it, and it becomes something toxic. So I think, the healthy thing is to, stop at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that, well, of course, we need to make everything we could to to stay safe, to be careful, and to know the news. But we just do what we can, and we have to realize that we can't do more. We are just doing everything we can, nothing more,
Mm-hmm.
and just living, just waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was going to say we should do a coronavirus music video, but never mind. Like all those celebrities out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I really was thinking, I was like, what can we do? What do we do? Like stay at home and, I don't know, transform our operation into like a mask knitting operation? Like that's not going to work. But I think that what we can do is what we are doing, and that is, for the post era that's gonna, when we come out of this thing, is a lot of people are going to need jobs, and we will be one of those companies that are hiring a lot of people. Like even in the next month, if we work really hard, we can be part of the solution in that way, because all the energy that is just sucked out of the economy, it's still there. It's just like distributed in different ways in different locations. But if we have the right, mechanism, I think, we can help those people that, have skills, have talent, want to work, want to apply, but they need maybe a company like AutoGrow. They need to find us, and we need to be able to efficiently hire them. Archimedes said, "Give me a lever long enough, and I'll move the world." And I think that what we need to build is that lever. So let's end it on that note.